Hey guys, this is Max from Bushcraft Bear, and today I'm gonna show you how you can split wood safely, and also how you can split small kindling with a large size axe like the Fiskars X15. There are a lot of people that say a large axe is dangerous, they don't want to carry a large axe because of the weight and all that stuff, and that they say you can baton wood with a knife and therefore you won't need an axe. It's true that an axe is pretty heavy, but in my opinion a knife can never do the work an axe can do. For example, if you got a blade with 12 centimeters, then you definitely cannot split a piece of wood that has a diameter of 13 centimeters. By the axe it doesn't matter, I can split up to 20-50 centimeter pieces of wood with that axe, no problem. And in processing wood I'm much faster with that axe. Now if it comes to small kindling, of course with a knife and a baton you can do that really safely, and it also goes as fast as with the axe. But in my opinion a knife isn't meant for chopping up wood. I use my knives never to baton with, I only use my knives for cutting, and I also always carry axe with me, and yeah, that's the reason why I want to show you that you can also cut small kindling safely with a large axe. But first we're gonna see how we split a round piece of wood with an axe. Alright, now the easiest thing to split wood is obviously if you got a sawn piece and then you place it on a stump and just hit it with your axe. That's the pretty simplest way you can do. But if we're out camping, we probably don't have a chainsaw or also a handsaw, and then we maybe got chopped up wood and that doesn't stand pretty solid. So there are several different techniques in which you can split a piece of unsawn wood, and yeah, I'm gonna show you these techniques right now. Now the one technique is you lay the piece of wood on another piece you have chopped up or you have probably sawn up, and then you lay it on there. Place yourself with the legs in front of that piece, and then you swing the axe between your legs, hitting the wood. Now it's ideal if you got a tree standing behind you where that piece of wood is supported, so you can hit and all the force goes right through the wood. But I don't like that method a lot, because if you got an axe that is longer as your legs, you probably hit in between your legs with a handle, and that is pretty uncomfortable, I would say. And also if you hit and probably miss, you can chop in your leg, and yeah, it's not the safest way in my opinion. So what I like to do is place the wood again on that block, and we always use a block if we chop, because if your axe gets dull, then you got a decent problem, because a dull axe doesn't worth anything in my opinion, especially if you got a Scandinavian grind axe. So we always use that block, and we also make sure that the wood lays good and solid on that block. So now I place that, and then I hit the wood right at the end, and in my opinion that is the safest way that you can split a round piece of wood without having a block and without having a sawn piece of wood. So I'm going to show you that right now. Now I grab my axe, position myself in front of the wood, and simply bring it down. And if it doesn't go through with the first bite, you probably take the axe out and hit it right again. So alright, the piece we got now is too small to lay it on there and hit it with a large size axe, because you have to be pretty accurate to hit that small piece. Now the best way in my opinion is now to place it onto your stump or to your other piece of wood and chop it from upside down. Now you won't hold it with your hand and chop, because it's pretty dangerous, and the probability that you hit your hands is pretty high. So there are two different techniques. And the one is you take another stick or another piece of wood, hold your piece of wood and then hit it with the axe. In my opinion, it's not the best way, because you can only hold it pretty unstable sometimes with that piece of wood, and you have to hold your piece of wood that you want to split, grab the stick, then grab the axe and then chop. And I don't like that method a lot. And what I generally do with a small piece like that, I hold it with my hand, bring the axe directly on top of the piece of wood, and I don't chop, because the danger is too high that I chop my hand. I just place it on top. Then I hold the axe and the piece of wood, and then I take my hand and just hit it 2 or 3 times until the axe sticks inside. And then I can simply chop that piece off. Now that's broken right there, but then you can simply continue until it's solid. And now you can hold it up there, because your cutting edge is further down like your fingers. That's it. Safe with a pretty large size axe. And also a safe way is placing the wood on your stump, placing the axe on your wood and bring it up and down simultaneously. That does work also pretty well. And now even these small pieces I can split fairly safe in that method. Carefully placing the axe, hit it 1 or 2 times, and often it splits already then. So, in my opinion, you don't need a knife and a baton to do small kindling like that. It also works perfect with a large size axe like that one. I hope it was interesting for you. If there are any questions left, feel free to write a comment, and if you like the channel, feel free to subscribe. Thanks, see you the next time.